the 2-3-2 finals playoff format. Games 3 and 4 will be here in the Jersey Meadowlands. Game 5 as well on Friday, if necessary. The Lakers leading 2-0 as we get set for Game 3. And, of course, it will be called by Marv Albert, Bill Walton, and Steve Snapper Jones. Take it, Marvelous.
All right, thank you very much, Bob. And the major question, guys, going into tonight's Game 3, do the Nets have any answer at all for Shaquille O'Neal? To this point over the first 2 games, Bill, he has just killed them in every phase of the game.
Marv, I think we're looking at one of the biggest mismatches at the center position in the history of the NBA Finals. New Jersey has absolutely no answer for Shaq, who's able to get what he wants when he wants. He's throwing it down with regularity. In transition, Shaq in such a zone, every ball coming his way. Will somebody please step in front of this guy and take a charge? Shaq also anchors the league's best defense, regularly sending everything back. He's dropping dimes and an offense is flowing like a river. When the Swarm finally gets there, he's gracefully laying the ball off to teammates who are knocking down wide open shots here. Now, the Lakers have been unopposed here. In Game 1, Shaq just did absolutely everything. Amazing as it seems, he was even better than the superb performance from Game 1. 8 assists, it's even more than Jason Kidd, and 8 dunks. The lack of opposition from New Jersey has been quite appalling here. They've really got to wake up, and they better do it quickly. Otherwise, the only challenge for Los Angeles is going to be the standard of historical excellence.
This is amazing.
Bill always bringing us the proper historical perspective. Now, aside from the problems that the Nets have had with people like Shaq and Kobe, over the first 2 games, the Nets shooting ice cold 39% and 35%, a total of 25 missed layups in the 2 games. We talked about the poor shooting with Nets head coach Byron Scott.
Right now, we don't have the confidence in our shots. You know, guys are wishing that wishing when they shoot the ball that it goes in. You hope that the difference in the arenas, that the comfort of your own confines that you have at home will change that.
And home cooking has been very good for the New Jersey Nets. You take a look at their playoff record, and you can see they're an outstanding ball club here in the Meadowlands. They're 10 points better in scoring points. Their percentage is up. Their free throw percentage is up. So they have to feel very good about who they are and what they are. And the best thing about it is they left those bad shooting twins in Los Angeles. Watch out, guys. We got a game today.
All right, so coming up momentarily, Game 3 of the best of 7. And once again, the Nets must contend with the most dominating player in the game.
What can I say, guys? Too much Shaquille O'Neal. You know, he's a monster.
Jason, what do you guys think when you see Shaq go out of the game?
Go out of the game. Hopefully he keeps walking. But he doesn't. He sits right down, unfortunately.
We are back at Continental Airlines Arena and moments away from game number 3 for the introduction of the starting lineups. Let's go to the public address and Rick Zalzer.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Here's the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Lakers. At 1 forward, number 5, Robert Horry. At the other forward, number 17, Rick Fox. At center, number 34, Shaquille O'Neal. At 1 guard, number 8, Kobe Bryant. At the other guard, number 2, Derek Fisher. And the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, Phil Jackson.
in Memphis to the New Jersey Meadowlands. Let's go to Jim Bray.
All right, thank you very much, Marvel. I spoke to Phil Jackson before the game, and I asked him if he had any doubt about the outcome of this series, and surprisingly, he said yes. I then informed him that none of his players shared that same feeling. He said, well, they shouldn't, but me as the coach, I have to be concerned with the unforeseen. What if Shaq or Kobe twists an ankle tonight? It's doubts like that that I have, which I must be prepared for. He then went on to say, should we win Game 3? A lot of those doubts will be erased. Let's go over to Lewis Johnson with the Nets.
Okay, Jim, thanks a lot. Well, I talked to Jason Kidd this morning at the Nets practice facility, and he said in this critical Game 3, his team needs more concentration instead of relaxation, because playing relaxed is not what got them here. In terms of his teammates that are struggling to shoot, he said, you know, they cannot be afraid to fail or get embarrassed in these NBA Finals. They have to keep shooting and believe that the shots will fall tonight in this big game. Ultimately, Kidd said, the Nets have to throw the relaxed mentality out of the window, acting like there's nothing to lose, because he said they do have something to lose. Marv?
Thanks, Lewis. And there is a pattern developing here. The Nets open up shooting poorly, fall behind by 20 plus, and then try to rally back. And that pattern has not worked for the New Jersey Nets. The officials, Dick Bavetta, Bob Delaney, Dan Crawford, some of the Net players waving to the crowd. Kenyon Martin wants them to keep going, as they have been heard here at the start. Todd McCullough and Shaquille O'Neal on the opening tip, controlled by the Nets. Jason Kidd coming off the off performance, 0 for 5 in the first half, and in Game 2, then came on in the second half. Keith Van Horn, who has been very quiet, try to go at Rick Fox and succeed.
Well, the one thing that they want to do for Van Horn is get him going offensively. He's a much better player when his offense is on. He does rebounding, he passes, he does everything much better.
Off the weave, Kidd with the steal, Kittles. So the Nets with a 4-0 lead. Now the Nets have led once in this series prior to tonight. For 59 seconds in Game 1, they led at 2-0 and 4-2 of that first game, and that had been it.
That is the biggest lead of the series. The job for Los Angeles is to crush the spirit, the hopes, and the dreams of the Nets.
Fox for 3, and suddenly the Lakers are hitting the three-point shot. They have not been a good three-point shooting team during the season and during most of the postseason.
But Marv, if you're Byron Scott, you got to bet that the percentages are in your favor.
Kenyon Martin. So the Nets with a 6-3 lead, and the Nets are hoping to disrupt Shaquille O'Neal this evening by going with what they call more decisive double teams. Not there, though, as Shaq is able to hit on the quick release.
Robert Horry breaks the offense by flashing up against the trap. Now they come right back with Todd McCullough. Swing the skyhook big time. Jabbar.
Well, Byron Scott feels that they have to go at Shaq more frequently. He's had a free pass. Well, picked up, what, 3 fouls the first 2 games?
4 altogether, Marv, and he has been the dominant player out there, but the offense is a story for the Nets. They've made all of their shots.
Beautiful ball movement for Los Angeles.
Eric Fisher has turned back, but O'Neal is there, lost it, and able to recover.
Throw it down, big man. Throw it down. Get on the offensive glass. But the exchanges of the perimeter players has just been a thing of beauty for L.A.
Nets have hit their first 4 shots. Martin looking to put the move on Horry.
But look at the shots that they're getting. They're all high percentage shots right now. And that has to make Scott feel good. They're getting good ball movement, good player movement.
And Kobe Bryant with his first field goal. Kobe coming off of 9 for 15, 24 points, 3 of 3 from downtown in Game 2. So the Lakers with the 1-point lead. McCullough with it. An air ball off that jump hook.
That's the shot you have to guard the least. A left-handed hook or jump hook. Todd can get something better than that.
Well, you know, Todd doesn't want to try to do too much. Stay within himself. He is going to be able to get some shots off against Shaq.
Crowd looking for a travel. Fisher for three. And the Lakers continue the good shooting. They call that a 2 now. He had a foot on the line. Lakers by 3.
Such good looks.
Here's Kittles. Air ball thrown up by Kerry Kittles. Kittles the other night got off to the fast start. Horry chasing that one bounce pass. And last touch by the Lakers.
In game 1, the Lakers were 1 for 10 from behind the three-point line. In game 2, they were 9 for 16. So the hot shooting from behind the arc continues for Los Angeles as the Nets try to pack it in against Big Shaq.
When I look, they're packing off Martin. They're daring him to shoot that perimeter shot. And this is a layup team, and that's what they got to do.
And we saw at the start when we showed that graphic concerning the poor shooting, how the Nets have had their opportunities with layups but have not been able to cash in. They've missed 26 over the first 2 games. Foul is called. And Crawford indicating the foul on Kobe Bryant.
A much more confident New Jersey team. Jason Kidd, he was bricking all of these shots in game 2. He was 0 for 5 in the first half. The best player, the guy that sets the tone and the tempo, the guy that puts the seed of doubt into Phil Jackson's mind, his voice, his heart. That's the guy, Jason Kidd, who's got to make it happen for New Jersey.
And Phil Jackson upset about that call on Kobe.
Both coaches will have different perspectives of this play. For the New Jersey Nets, this is what they do. Quick outlets and try to run the floor. For Phil Jackson, he wants to know, where's the foul?
It's the easiest play to call in the entire series. Kobe Bryant knocking Kerry Kittles, losing possession. They had a fast break opportunity. You're going to complain about that?
I think Phil is just trying to tell the officials we do not want that tone to be set here in New Jersey. I don't think there's any question about the foul call.
Foul's a foul. You got to blow the whistle. Players will adjust.
Maybe Phil had an obstructed good view from the seat. Kenyon Martin working on Robert Horry. And Kenyon Martin coming off a very quiet ball game, has hit his first 2 of 3 from the field.
But it's a types of shot.
Well, Kmart seems to have emerged from chapter 11.
Bill coining yet another new phrase. Shaquille O'Neal. So that is his 3rd field goal. Game 2, Kenyon 2 of 8 from the field, only 6 points. In game 1, he opened up firing away, and 7 of 22 from the field. Last touch by Bryant, so Jason Kidd will put it in play. Jason Kidd came up hobbling the other night after going knee-on-knee with Robert Horry. Has a sore right knee, but says he's all right.
That's the kind of play that Jason Kidd needs to make on a consistent basis. That's what he's done all year long, and they're attacking Shaq and scoring.
Todd McCullough getting position inside on Shaquille O'Neal, so the Nets now lead by 1.
But look at the shots the Nets are taking. They're all inside. They're high percentage ones that they're making.
Kidd off the steal. And rejected. Beautiful timing by Robert Horry.
He knew he was in trouble, and he was trying to get control of the ball and decided to shoot it anyway.
O'Neal draws the foul. Shaq will go to the line. McCullough picks up the foul. So Shaq hearing some boos back in his home area, born in Newark, New Jersey.
That has been such a good weapon for Jason Kidd, the left hand. And the double team, it's too late. Todd McCullough picks up the foul.
Shaquille O'Neal has done extremely well at the line, 12 for 14 the other night. Shaq purchased 62 tickets for tonight's game for family and friends. That runs about $10,000, I'm told. He was born in Newark, lived his pre-teen years in Newark, New Jersey, and still has a lot of family and friends in this area. So he does have some folks cheering for him in this crowd.
How do you get 62 tickets? Where does a guy get that kind of money?
Oh, forget the money. Just worry about how you get the ticket. He's got paper. There's no bankruptcy there.
That's the third air ball served up by the Nets.
This Laker defense is so great. Robert Horry, we saw with the block shot. Shaq anchors everything. Kobe can shut down whoever he wants to.
And the Lakers swinging the ball effectively. Fox turned back by Martin. Good play by Kenyon Martin.
We have seen such little good play from Martin and Van Horn. It's amazing the Nets have been even this close.
What's the score, Bill?
It's a tie score, Steve.
Fisher for three.
No longer.
Derek Fisher, 2 of 3 from downtown the other night, and has really picked it up in this series after having difficulties against Mike Bibby and the Sacramento Kings. Again, McCullough is stopped.
McCullough has to change his strategy.
Here's the double. And it leaves Fisher wide open for 3. That, of course, the danger of the double team, but Byron Scott feels it was not working with single coverage and the light double team, almost a casual double team, so they're going for the harder double up, but they can be made to pay if the Lakers continue to hit those perimeter shots.
What New Jersey has to do is keep scoring and keep scoring the 2.
O'Neal just stepping around McCullough, and here are the Lakers up by 8.
What's the score, Steve?
An 8-0 run by the Lakers, so it's got to be a timeout by the Nets. I think it's front running.
5:04 remaining in the first, so the Lakers are on a roll. They have an 8-point lead.
Everything going right. The offense flowing like that river downhill, just coming over the waterfall with nothing but jumpers from the perimeter.
What is it with you and Rivers here tonight?
And then
symbolism we're
and then when all things break down, you want to send an emphatic statement. Throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
From high above, these pictures are from the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes. Each year, the Goodyear Blimps visit over 100 communities and participate in dozens of telecasts at major sporting events. Shaquille O'Neal off to the fast start once again. 4 for 5 from the field, 9 points.
He's also got 3 rebounds and 2 block shots, moving effortlessly on the offensive glass. Nobody doing anything to slow the big man down. The jump hook, that is a thing of beauty for the strongest offensive weapon in the entire league.
And on the left, that's Shaq's stepdad, Philip Harrison. And on the right, his grandfather, Donald. Not that Shaq needs additional motivation, but as we mentioned, he was born in Newark, New Jersey. And a lot of folks here have come out courtesy of Shaq. And from time to time, you will hear cheers for Shaquille O'Neal.
Let's see how the Nets answer this first surge by the Lakers. They started the Nets very quickly, and the Lakers caught them, and now the Lakers have a lead and looking for double digits.
Nets hit their first 4 shots, but overall just 7 for 15 from the field. Here's Bryant to the scoop. Not able to hit the follow, but he's fouled. Aaron Williams, who just came on, is called on the foul.
I'm not sure what Kenyon Martin is doing. And here's a guy that should be owning the defensive backboards. Here's a guy who is the #1 overall draft pick in the NBA now in his 2nd year. This guy has not had the type of performance you need in terms of leadership, in terms of showing his teammates how he is going to control this series.
Well, now, let's remember, the guy that just got that offensive rebound knew where it was going. Kobe Bryant, give him some credit. He was on the drive. He's got sensational instincts, and he was the first guy there. Martin is going to rebound today. Rebounding is going to be part of the story for him.
That's what power forwards are supposed to do, provide intimidating presence, deny penetration, and when there's a ball on the glass, climb that ladder and go get that ball and get it going.
Apparently a problem with the clock. The official Bob Delaney calling the Nets back. 11 unanswered points now by the Lakers.
Yeah, this is the story for the Nets. They started well. They haven't shot well since, and they've got to respond right now. They want to stay in this ball game, and they want to keep the Lakers in contact.
And the Nets are now facing the predicament of beating the Lakers in 4 of the next 5 games, beating a team that lost 3 games in a row just twice over the past 3 years.
And the immediate problem is now the crowd is stunned and back in their seats. Fortunately, Kiddles goes to the hoop, and they'll get a trip to the line out of that.
And a sarcastic reaction from the crowd on that foul call. So Kiddles will shoot 2, fouled by O'Neal.
We saw this in the Sacramento series. Teams that can get the ball down the lane by the perimeter defense will have success if they attack the rim and take it right at Shaq.
I'm going to unplug you here and let you calm down a little bit. We're going to have a game before this is over.
NBA Finals. What are they going to do? Wait till 2 weeks from now to get their game going?
Steve, I think Bill has seen too many games. Too much travel. Too many room service situations.
Nothing I hate worse than wasting golden opportunities.
Lakers up by 9 as we approach 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Now Aaron Williams guarding Shaquille O'Neal. Another mismatch for Shaq. See Kidd coming over to help. And a foul is called. Foul committed by Williams. That's his second.
This is what makes it so difficult to guard Shaq. Because Aaron Williams, that initially is a foul, but if you don't do that, then Shaq lowers his left shoulder and just pummels your chest with it, and they don't call that foul. My experience is that if you hit first, you will get the advantage from the referee.
What a tough assignment for Aaron Williams, who goes about 6'9", 225 pounds. Bryant not able to hit. Van Horn on the rebound.
But it's not as if anyone has had any success here.
And Martin is hit by offensive foul. It's a charge assessed on Kenyon Martin.
Martin had made up his mind he was going to come right through Robert Horry. He gets there and he goes right into the chest, and the crowd responds in Martin's favor. A big chorus of boos.
The referee obviously had a much better angle than I did. The rebounds, this is embarrassing. New Jersey has 3 rebounds on their home court. Lakers have 13.
O'Neal getting position. 3.5 remaining in the first. Lakers up by 9. The steal by Bryant. And Kobe on the breakaway.
That's what they don't want to do. Turn it over. They get the rebound, then turn it over. Bad news.
26-15. Lakers.
The key guys, Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin, since the opening moments, have vanished.
Aaron Williams stripped. Well, the Nets continue to try and take it at Shaq, but it has not worked. Trying to pick up some fouls on Shaquille O'Neal. Now the foul is called on the Lakers.
Derek Fisher trying to get in the path of Kerry Kittles. After a terrific start, the New Jersey Nets have fallen on hard times again, and that has been the story of the first 2 games. And they've got to stay in contact. They got 3 minutes to get back to making shots. That's the important thing for them.
And Byron Scott going to his bench for the rookie Richard Jefferson. And Lucius Harris, who comes off the 0 for 9, and in the 2 games, 1 for 14 in the series. Kidd is rejected by O'Neal, and last touched by Kidd.
They're forcing it right now. I mean, they want to go at Shaq, but when they don't have good shots, they should bring it back out. Throwing up bad shots helps the Lakers.
I don't like the rotation of New Jersey's offense off that penetration, and I cannot believe that Lucius Harris is still wearing that mask. I thought it was supposed to be a good luck charm.
Yeah, we were speculating the other day that he might take it off because he does not need it, but he was shooting well prior to the series. O'Neal gets inside, yes, and it counts, and another foul on Williams.
All of that is set up by the perimeter ball movement. If they just come in and try to bang it in and ram it down their throats, that's one thing, but because Shaq's able to keep moving as the ball has been pushed back up to the top and then brought back down to the corner, Aaron Williams now picks up 2 fouls, so that's a major problem, and they're coming quickly. 3 fouls on Aaron Williams? Goodness gracious.
2 minutes of play, so another rookie, Jason Collins, checking in. Shaq now 1 for 3 from the line. Back in game one, late in the game, Jason Collins, out of the three centers used by Byron Scott, was the most effective against Shaquille O'Neal, but everything is relative because Shaq also was able to handle himself pretty well. It's a 15-1 run by the Lakers. Shot clock down to 3. Martin, Kenyon Martin with his third field goal. He has 6 points. Lakers 28, Nets 17.
That's what they need more than anything else, to get the ball into somebody with a good idea of how they want to score. When they're struggling, it's because they really are scrambling offensively.
Excellent ball movement again. Fox is not able to hit, and last touch by Horry. That field goal a moment ago by Kenyon Martin was the Nets' first field goal in 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
The Lakers, they don't get caught up in sticking with the offense. As soon as the defense gambles, the Lakers take exactly what is made available to them. Poked away by Horry.
And the foul, a reach in. Harris looking to prevent the fast break, holding Derek Fisher, but the Nets now over the foul limit, so Fisher will go to the line.
Robert Horry does so many things for his team. He'll never get any credit in the stat sheet for that play right there, but poking it away from Kenyon Martin, taking the brain waves and the concentration away from Martin, and then leading to this free throw here by Derek Fisher.
Derek Fisher off to the fast start. He finished strong in game 2 the other night. NBA.com is the place for great photos throughout the finals, on the court and off, from action shots of the top plays to celebrities who are, well, as you might say, loving it live. Log on to NBA.com to email your favorite photos to your friends. It's all at NBA.com.
You know who I saw here tonight? I saw Bill Russell, Willis Reed, and Dave DeBusschere here tonight. All Hall of Famers.
And DeBusschere, as KIDD is able to hit. Dave here for his one-time roommate as a member of the New York Knicks, Phil Jackson. Minute 25 remaining in this first quarter. Lakers up by 10. Kobe Bryant. And back comes Jason Kidd, looking to run the floor, then pulls it up. Yes! He had a foot on the line. It's a two-pointer. 29-21 Lakers, and for Kidd, his third bucket. He has 6 points.
Yeah, with Shaq down, they're going to try to be more aggressive and pressure the ball. Let's see if they get some quick results.
Chant of defense from this capacity crowd here in New Jersey. Fisher changed his mind, finds Samaki. Walker just came on, and he was rejected. Kenyon Martin playing with more confidence here tonight. Harris around Bryant. Harris, nice ball by Lucius Harris, trying to turn it from the 0 for 9, and the Nets showing some life here in the final minute of this first quarter, and hearing it from the crowd. They're within 6. Now Bryant looking to post up. Bryant, what a move by Kobe Bryant, who drew the double team.
And a great way to quiet the crowd here. The Lakers can't get caught up in the referees allowing the flow to take place here. You've got to keep playing through. Samaki Walker standing and arguing far too much.
Final seconds of this first quarter. Kidd played on the switch by Walker. Coming up short on that three-point attack. After one, it's the Lakers 31 and the Nets 23. Shaquille O'Neal, the high man, with 11. You're watching the NBA Finals on NBC. Phil Jackson was a second-round draft pick of the New York Knicks back in 1967. He played 6 seasons with the Knicks from 68 through 73, winning an NBA title with the Knicks in 1973. Phil was traded by the Knicks to the Nets June 8th, 1978, 24 years ago yesterday. And several of his one-time Knick teammates are here today. Let's go to Jim Gray.
Indeed they are. We've got Dave DeBusschere, Bill Bradley, Earl Monroe. They're all guests tonight of Willis Reed. They've come to see Phil Jackson. Earl, let me start with you. When Phil was playing, was he a likely or an unlikely candidate in your mind to become a head coach?
Well, really an unlikely candidate, but, you know, he was surrounded with some pretty smart guys. I mean, Bill Bradley, he was a Rhodes Scholar. You had Jerry Lucas, another Rhodes Scholar, of course, Dave DeBusschere. So he's been around a lot of guys who had a lot of knowledge, as well as our coach, Red Holtzman.
It's funny, Phil's just looking up here at you guys doing this interview. Let me ask you, Phil is in pursuit of Red Auerbach's record. Should he win this series, he would tie him for the most championships. Is that important to Phil, and is it important to you guys because, Dave, of the Celtic-Knick rivalry?
Oh, I think so. I think there's nothing more that Phil would like to do than to beat Red Auerbach and to beat him for Red Holtzman, because there was a big rivalry between Red Holtzman and Red Auerbach. So, terrific.
Bill, let me ask you. You were his roommate, Bill Bradley. Was he into meditation and all of this Zen stuff back then?
Well, he saw all the qualities. He's an analytical player. He was a team player. He tried to figure out how he could make individuals better. All that comes together with him as a coach now. So, yeah, he always won his own individual path.
Dave, let me ask you, who are you guys up here rooting for? Are you rooting for Phil, or you're New Yorkers, New Jersey guys? Are you for the Nets?
Oh, I'm rooting for the Nets tonight. Well, definitely. I think they've done a great for the New York area, a great thing for the New York area, and I really hope the Nets win. I'm behind them.
Earl, who are you for tonight?
I'm kind of neutral tonight. You know, I live here in New Jersey. Naturally, I followed the Nets all year. They've done a tremendous job. And, of course, I got my sentiments with Phil.
All right, Bill, you ran for president. Would you have considered Phil Jackson for vice president had he not been coaching?
No, absolutely not. I would have, however, thought about Secretary of Defense.
Defense, not offense.
Look at how they're playing.
All right, guys, great to see you all. Marv, they're still here in support of their teammate.
All right, Jim. That's a pretty impressive group. And Phil Jackson with 154 playoff victories as a head coach of the Lakers win the title. The 2 wins will place him first on the all-time list, moving ahead of Pat Riley, who has 155 playoff wins. Here's Brian Shaw, who just checked in, hitting from downtown, and the Lakers continue the hot shooting from beyond that three-point line.
What a great Knick team that was, though. You talk about the river flowing. They just moved as one. The entire squad, Red Holtzman, a pure genius.
Offensive foul, illegal pick. Called on Keith Van Horn.
Someone told Bill that the Hudson was nearby, and so that's how he got into that river thing today, and he just can't let it go.
I think there's some symbolism there that is over our heads, Steve.
I've been watching the Lakers a long time. These guys are playing beautiful basketball.
Lakers up by 11. Minute and a half gone by in the second quarter.
Well, with this group on the floor and no Shaq, this is a chance for New Jersey to try to get back in it.
Bryant able to hit, so Kobe with his 5th field goal. He has 12 points, and the Lakers now lead by 13. Anthony Johnson has come on. He's playing the point for Jason Kidd. This is Jason Collins working on Samaki Walker. Van Horn not able to get the shot off. His game disrupted by Robert Horry. Here's Collins, wild bank, and rebounded by Devin George.
Whoever Robert Horry guards, that guy has a nightmare of a time. Kobe, he plays better on the road in the playoffs. That's why the Lakers have been able to extend the lead when Shaq goes to the bench.
Nice play by Jefferson and fouled by Horry.
And with Shaq on the bench, Kobe said, look, I'm taking over this thing. He has not had a lot of opportunities because of the brilliance of Shaq in games 1 and 2. But he's made 2 shots in this run. One from the dead right corner, and that one. There's just absolutely no defense. Maybe Dave DeBusschere could have stopped that play.
Backcourt of Johnson and Harris for New Jersey. Van Horn, Collins, and Jefferson up front. Here's Jefferson. Oh, he actually had lost control and was able to tip it home.
He willed that one in, and that's what New Jersey needs. More willful play from the rest of the team. You've got to stay aggressive and try to make the Lakers make some mistakes.
Look how nobody from the Lakers holds the ball. As soon as they get it, they're moving it right away. There's not a lot of standing around, not a lot of hesitation.
Here's Shaw coming up short on that three-point attempt.
With Johnson, Jefferson, and Van Horn out there, they've got to have a clear-cut idea of where they want to go at this end of the floor.
Anthony Johnson playing with his 5th NBA team in 5 years. He was playing in Mobile, Alabama in the developmental league before signing with the Nets. Van Horn for 3. Bryant lost it from behind. Jefferson getting a piece of it. Richard Jefferson with such poise for a first-year player, and Horry trips him, so the foul once again on Horry. 13th foul on the Lakers.
This is an aggressive Richard Jefferson, and he's putting the pressure on the Laker defense, and the ball comes out of his hand, but you got to keep it going. Maybe that's part of that Rivers thing.
Continental Airlines Arena. Marv Albert, Bill Walton, Steve Snapper Jones, Jim Gray, Lewis Johnson working the sidelines, and our aerial views courtesy of Goodyear. And overhead, the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes continuing a tradition of appearances at major events that began back in 1925 with the Blimp Pilgrim.
The Los Angeles Lakers, 3 years of championship experience, has brought an incredible level of trust, confidence, and understanding of where everybody's supposed to be and what they're going to do when that ball goes into Shaq, because everybody's looking at him on the defensive end. And while they focus in, all the rest of the guys moving, thinking, flowing as one, much like that New York Knicks team that Jim Gray interviewed. And now with Shaq returning to the fray, what are the New Jersey Nets going to be able to do about it? They better start rebounding, because that's not happening for them.
Well, Shaquille with 11 points, 3 blocked shots, and once again has dominated the action. That was last touched by O'Neal. We are early second quarter, and the Lakers lead 38-27.
Now, 3 of the Lakers starters on the bench, but the reason that they're not getting offensive rebounds, Bill, they don't know when the shot's going to come up. You can't work to the glass when you don't know when the ball's going to go in the air.
Granted, New Jersey has changed some of their strategy a bit in terms of attacking Shaq, but they have missed 13 shots tonight. They have 0 offensive rebounds. That was a strength for them in game 1 and 2 in Los Angeles.
Lakers back in possession off the foul on Jefferson. Lindsey Hunter has checked in for the first time, so it's George, O'Neal, and Fox up front. Hunter and Shaw in the backcourt. Here is George firing one up. It's an offensive foul. So the Nets going to the zone. We have not seen much of that. And Devin George try to take it to the rim.
Well, they run 3 guys at Shaq, and that turns Devin George into a driver, but he went too far. Could have pulled up and shot a medium-range jumper.
Where's Keith Van Horn? You guys 1 for 4. You guys should be an all-NBA performer out here.
Good box out by George. Keith Van Horn was upset that he did not play at all in the 4th quarter in game 2 with, well, Byron Scott going with Richard Jefferson.
If he played a lot better, he would have been out there.
Here's Fox. Yes. And the Lakers lead 40-27. This for the Nets, their first ever NBA Finals game at home.
Yeah, the Nets over the next 7-16 mark, they got to work at getting control of the game. And right now, the Lakers are in the same position they were, where the Nets are reacting. They're not sure what they want to do. And the Lakers are very positive in every possession.
Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin getting set. Check back in. Van Horn is stopped off the double and then fouled by Hunter.
Good fortune comes to Van Horn because he lost the ball and it bounced right back to him, and Hunter on the reach-in.
Lakers' 4th team foul. So the Nets with Collins at center, Martin and Van Horn up front, Kidd and Harris at the guards.
See, I think Van Horn is trying too hard offensively, you know, and he's forcing some of his efforts. He's quick shooting, and that's not going to get it done. That will get Richard Jefferson in there for 40 minutes.
We've all learned from our good friend Marv here that it's important to try harder.
Absolutely. The entire staff, Bill, has been working with you on that particular subject. O'Neal.
What transition defense for Los Angeles. Jason Kidd, as good as any player in the game today at creating fast break opportunities, he's just unable to get into the open court.
Well, the Lakers have been so effective in stopping the ball. We have not seen the Jason Kidd that we saw during the regular season. He did draw the foul. It's on Hunter.
But that defense has forced Jason Kidd to become a shooter instead of a passer, and that's not a good thing. Jason has taken 7 shots, only has 2 assists on the night.
You don't get assists when you throw the ball to guys that are not making shots. So he's got to find shooters. Kittle's back in the game.
And Kobe Bryant getting set. Check back in. Kidd at the line for the first time. And the Nets continue to have their difficulties at the foul line. Well, from the creator of Law and Order comes the new summer series, Crime and Punishment. Real cases, real courts, real life. Crime and Punishment premieres next Sunday night at 10, 9 Central, right here on NBC.
The Nets started the quarter shooting 50%, but they've fallen off that. They miss a couple of free throws, and their story has to be getting that ball in those. They got to find ways to score.
On-court leadership, the biggest breakdown for New Jersey in this final.
Yes, Kittle's looking to help out on the double. So Shaq gave it back, and it's an open shot for George. That's 1 for 7 here in the second quarter. Martin takes it to the rim. Now that's what Byron Scott wants to see. Kenyon Martin digging for that front rim to draw the foul. It's on Devin George. Martin was hoping to make contact with Shaquille O'Neal.
They've got to do something to try to get the Lakers back on their heels. So far, they have been completely unsuccessful.
Keith Van Horn was the second overall pick in the 1997 draft. Began to play with more fire in the series against Indiana, but has really struggled here against the Lakers.
Yeah, his wins and losses tell you how important it is for Keith Van Horn to be a positive offensive contributor. And this evening, it's been another struggle. And I think it's just the pressure of the moment and the fact that he wants to do well and has been rushing his shots. Shots are long, they're short, they're quick. The results are very little at the offensive end for Van Horn, and he knows his team needs him.
There's a guy who hit his first shot of the game 13 seconds in to the contest tonight. Since then, he has been 0 for 4, and this forward combination of Martin and Van Horn is starting to make last year's disaster from Jermaine Jones and Tyrone Hill look like a bunch of Hall of Famers.
Well, Kenyon Martin has had a solid first half, though.
They're down, Marv, by 12 points.
Kenyon Martin, that's not the reason.
No, we saw with one player playing well, you can take the Lakers to the wire, as Mike Bibby showed us in the last series. Where's that one guy?
Well, they don't have that kind of scorer, and they need the motion offense, which they're not able to get into, and they have to put fouls on Shaquille O'Neal, which they have not been able to do. Here's Shaq on the follow. So the Lakers now lead 42-28.
Marv, you only have to remind them that Sacramento was not a one-horse team. Bibby was a big moment player.
Oh, the rejection by O'Neal is his fourth, and they will count it. No, they'll count it. The basket counts. And Phil Jackson, as you can see, is very upset. He thought it was a blocked shot.
He got dismissed by Danny Crawford. Go sit down.
So the Lakers now lead by 12, just under 5 remaining in this first half.
Oh, nice pass.
Oh, rejected emphatically by Martin. And Phil Jackson is saying, well, will that count?
How about some consistency? Now, that was clearly a goaltender. I'm not sure about Shaquille O'Neal's block. Ball is just hanging up there.
Still on the way up.
Please, Steve, my glasses.
O'Neal, deep shot for Shaq. Crowd wanted a foul on O'Neal as he made contact with Kidd. And then away from the ball, we get a call on Horry, who, as you can see, did not agree with it. And he's hit with a technical foul for showing up the official following that call. So Horry collects his third personal.
Horry in the transition defense. Todd McCullough trying to get position. Whoa. Whoa.
You don't know a form on the back?
Wait a second. He's got a legitimate beef, but the Lakers have to keep their poise here.
Jason Kidd missed on his first 2 free throws, able to hit the technical.
Todd McCullough, a slow delivery. That's goaltending as well. That's on its way down.
As well?
As was Kenyon Martin's goaltending. But the foul on Robert Horry. Oh.
So Todd McCullough to the line for the first time.
As someone famous would say, I totally disagree with you, Bill.
Okay. You're certainly entitled.
Bill, you sound like you're sulking. We don't like to see this.
All I want is consistency.
The Nets are now within 9. Nets go to pressure. Oh, the steal by Martin. Van Horn for 3. Yes. Keith Van Horn from downtown brings the Nets within 6. And again, the Nets put the pressure on. 8-0 run by New Jersey. For Shaquille O'Neal, and he is fouled. Van Horn trying to help out. Got a piece of O'Neal.
The crowd has come alive here behind some fine defensive play. Kenyon Martin gets it going, and then the terrific ball movement. Kerry Kittles trying to get Keith Van Horn going.
What's his name?
Keith Van Horn.
I just want you to remember, he's got one more shot in him.
We're in the first half. Hopefully he has a lot more than one.
O'Neal is fouled by McCullough. So Shaq will go to the line. Only 1 of 3 from the line.
What New Jersey is looking for more than anything else is control of the game. They're not going to control Shaquille O'Neal. They let that ball come in there that deep. Todd McCullough's at his mercy every single time, and the big fellow's on the line. Now, his free throws here do not look smooth and easy for him here early.
That's called face. But what Shaq does in terms of keeping his elbows out constantly, never brings them down, shoulder height, creates the space, draws the contact. Steve, that is also called face.
65% from the line during the postseason. He was upset at Phil Jackson the other day because Phil, at the end of the game, wanted him to inbound the ball so they would not foul him. He said, what are you talking about? I can shoot free throws now. McCullough with possession. Lakers looking for a traveling violation. The Nets have trailed by as many as 14. They're down by 6, and Todd McCullough has 10 points.
Yeah, McCullough using Shaq's move, the hop power step and then one more step.
That's what Sacramento had. Sacramento had big guys that could take the ball to Shaq, and McCullough has responded tonight. Why wait till game 3?
Foul on Van Horn. That is his second. The Nets' 4th team foul.
Let's take a look at Todd's feet out of the picture here. Good upper body movement. His feet are so long, he may have been able to keep that toe on the ground.
And Tom McCullough hears it from the crowd as he's replaced by Jason Collins. McCullough with 4 for 7 from the field, 10 points.
Marv, the secret to that move is big feet because Shaq has big feet too. What are you saying?
And again, a foul, a reach in. And Van Horn is upset as he just picked up his 3rd, and the Nets are in the penalty.
And now the Lakers are getting penetration, and they're laying the ball off to Shaq. They've done that a number of times. The next time they come down, come in, fake it to Shaq, and get your own shot. But the inability to guard perimeter players and the inability to slow Shaq down has just led to this parade to the free throw line in the closing moments of the first half.
O'Neal 3 of 5, make it 4 of 6 from the foul line. Richard Jefferson has come on for Keith Van Horn.
I was just starting to get warmed up too, Coach, and you took me out. I don't understand that.
You're acting as if a coach wants his player to do poorly.
Coming up on 3 minutes remaining in the half.
They got to wake up Kerry Kittles. He got that one field goal, and we haven't seen him.
Oh, Martin is fouled. A hard foul by Rick Fox. It is a flagrant foul.
And Rick Fox's argument is that Kenyon Martin threw him to the ground away from the ball. So he jumped right back up and said, if that's not a foul, why should this be a foul? And Phil Jackson is up off the bench.
And Jason Collins very quick to step in front of Kenyon Martin. He did not want Kenyon, who has been put on the volatile side from time to time, to get involved.
Well, Rick Fox never gets involved in confrontations like this without good reason.
We'll get a look at the play, and you'll see that Martin will put the hit.
The bottom of your screen. Bottom of your screen. He just runs him right over, throws him down. The referee standing right there at the bottom of the screen does nothing about it and calls a flagrant foul on Rick Fox.
Would you call that a throwdown? It wasn't like he really popped him. Yeah, he ran through him, but it wasn't that violent. Come on.
So now the Nets with possession off the flagrant, and Martin able to come right back, going at Fox to bring the Nets within 4 with 2:50 to go in the half.
Emotions boiling over here. The NBA Finals have begun.
Well, for New Jersey, they got to control the ball. Stop the ball at the point of attack.
Fisher for O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal on the stuff. He now has 19, and the Lakers lead 48-40.
When he comes out of those plays grimacing and growling and grumbling and roaring, throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
Martin rebounded by Collins. Oh, looked like Devin George took a hit.
And he got hit in the head. Collins lost control of the ball and trying to get it back, hit Devin George.
If you're the Lakers, come back to Shaq early in the shot clock. Go to the hoop.
That's just what O'Neal tried to do. Good hustle by George, but not able to control it.
6-point game, and New Jersey needs to be able to find a way to control the ball. When they don't control the ball, Shaq becomes a major issue for the Lakers.
A minute 53 remaining. First half.
Bob Costas at the Meadowlands, coming up on Verizon Wireless at the half. More of my conversation with Phil Jackson as he talks about his future with the Lakers and how he views his place in NBA history. Plus, Vanessa Williams, Broadway star and wife of the Lakers' Rick Fox, who was just hit with the flagrant a moment ago. Vanessa will join us live, give us her view on that perhaps and other matters. And Tom Tolbert, of course, will be here. Quick thought on this first half.
It's really quite simple. The Nets need to get in a transition via turnover or rebounding. If they do, they have a chance. If they don't, no shot.
Back downstairs, Marv.
All right, thanks, Bob. And things starting to get physical at both ends.
Well, you get players that are in desperate straits looking for everything. And on a good offensive rebound effort, Collins looks like he gets whacked down low. And out of it, Kobe Bryant's able to get away from this. And the results are a conversation with the official, Danny Crawford.
Let me tell you something. If I see it, I call it. I didn't see it, okay? Hey, did you hear what I just said? If I see it, I'll call it. I didn't see it.
An honest assessment from the official, Dan Crawford.
It's about time it got physical out here. We are into the third game of the NBA Finals. But the Nets still do not have a single second chance point.
Jason Kidd not able to hit. Devin George playing well. He has been on a number of loose balls, and that's why he has remained on the court. Lakers up by 6 minutes and a half remaining in this first half.
Well, for New Jersey, they got to keep the guy with the ball in front of him. Make him shoot over the top.
Well, that's what Fox does. Kidd on the rebound, running the floor. Kittles around Bryant. Kidd try to give it up, and he's called for the charge. Offensive foul. Kidd committing his first.
The Lakers are so good at stepping in. Fisher sets the pace with that. Horry, Fox gets in there. Even Devin George getting into the act a little bit here. Come into Shaq here. Reestablish order for the Lakers on the road. Go into the half in total control.
Both teams are now in the penalty. 1 minute remaining. First half.
This is Kobe time, so you got to keep him in front of you. They don't.
Bryant able to find O'Neal. So Shaq has 21 points. Lakers 50, Nets 42.
Every time they dribble, somebody comes to him. Shaq is there for the dump.
You're not going to win if you cannot contain perimeter.
Beautiful pass thrown by Martin on the hop to Kidd.
They tried that in game 2. Martin playing the extended weak side post there and stolen again by Martin.
Martin with the save. Kittle, Jefferson. Yes. Kenyon Martin has had an outstanding first half. 50-46. The Nets playing aggressive basketball for the first time in 3 games, and it has paid dividends here in the first half. They've trailed by as many as 14. It's a 4-point game as this first half winds down. 10 seconds to go. Bryant lost it, but he's hit. Foul is called on Kidd.
The confidence of Kobe Bryant. But first of all, New Jersey has got back into this game. They're going to need a lot more plays like this, taking advantage of Shaq not being in the basket area. And then with Kenyon Martin, that should have been a foul right there called on Kenyon Martin, but that led to Richard Jefferson's ability to go underneath for the reverse.
Shaquille O'Neal scored the last 10 points for the Lakers. 8 and 7/10 seconds remaining of the half, and Los Angeles up by 5.
What is wrong with your arm? It's up all the time. It's up all the time.
Do you get the idea that he wants to continue speaking at every possible second of this telecast?
This is a 3-man team.
You have no idea. You have no idea how hard I'm trying.
52-46. Lakers with the lead. Final seconds of the half. Martin for 3. Well, the Nets are hearing it from this crowd. They are within 6 points. The high scorer, Shaquille O'Neal, with 21. He also has 6 rebounds. Kobe Bryant has 14. Kenyon Martin with 11. Todd McCullum with 10. Let's go to Jim Gray with Kobe Bryant.
All right, Marv, 14 points for Kobe. Kobe, was it poor execution by the Lakers that allowed the Nets to get back into this game?
Yeah, we got away from our offense. The zone took away from our rhythm somewhat. It was a matter of regrouping and getting back to Laker basketball.
Do you expect a very desperate net team here in the second half?
Well, we think they're going to come out and play very energized. Try to get the ball up the floor, get easy baskets, try to take us out of what we do. We'll see what happens in the second half.
All right, Kobe, thank you.
All right.
Marv, back to you.
Thanks, Jim. Well, no team has won all 3 games at home since the NBA went to the 2-3-2 format back in 1985. The Nets in a desperate scenario, trailing in this best of 7, 2 games to nothing, and trailing here at the half by 6. Coming up, the Verizon Wireless at the half with Bob Costas and Tom Tolbert. You're watching the NBA Finals on NBC.
This is Verizon Wireless at the half. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
The Nets close the half on an 18-10 run, trimming a 14-point deficit to 6, 52-46. Shaq, still a monster, 21 points and 6 rebounds, 8 of 13 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Bob Costas joined by Tom Tolbert for Verizon Wireless at the half. Your observation?
Shaq's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of like his game a little bit.
I'd go with that.
I'll tell you what, the Nets did a real nice job in the second quarter of not letting Shaq establish down low. Because when he gets a 3 feet from the bucket, you're dead. 8 feet from the bucket, you're about 3/4 dead. But at least you have like a quarter in the tank left to go at him. I'll tell you what they need to do, though. They need to force more turnovers. Because for some reason, they're having a problem running off rebounds. I'll give the Lakers a lot of credit for getting back on defense. But it seems like the only time they're really able to run is off a turnover.
I realize he's gotten even bigger and certainly better since then. But what was it like to go against Shaq in practice every day when you were his teammate at Orlando? Because you had to guard him in practice.
Yeah, well, Greg Kite should have guarded him, but Matty Gukas thought he would hurt him, so he let me guard him, which was a lot of fun if you like getting beaten up, and he did that on a daily basis. But in guarding him back then and watching him now, you can tell the man's worked on his game, and he doesn't get credit for working on his game. Like I said, the footwork, getting down low, the jump hook. People say, well, all he is a dunker. Well, why would you take an 8-foot turnaround jump shot when you can dunk on somebody? He has the repertoire. He just doesn't need to use it all the time.
Although we have seen flashes of the whole game during these playoffs.
No question about it.
All right, thanks, Tom. Now more of my conversation from earlier today with Phil Jackson. Jackson already owns the highest regular season and playoff winning percentages of any head coach in NBA history. If his Lakers finish off the Nets, his teams will have won 24 consecutive playoff series. He'll be 9 for 9 in the finals, and he will tie Red Auerbach's record of 9 NBA titles as a head coach. Even so, Jackson has his critics. The 84-year-old Auerbach, the Celtic patriarch, among them. You know about Red Auerbach. This has been discussed over the last week or so. Here's one of his quotes. Most of your great coaches do some teaching and developing of players. Phil's teams have been ready-made. And you say what in response?
Well, I've always run a system, and you have to teach that. And when you teach a system, it takes a lot of training. Individually developing players, I haven't done a lot of that. I'll admit that. Maybe the player that I worked with the most as an individual was when I was an assistant coach and coach in Scottie Pippen. Spent time with him actually physically on the court. But teaching a team how to run an offense, a system offense, really takes a lot of teaching skill. And I think that's a group skill more than an individual skill. And I would agree that there's some truth to that.
You said something like this after Red's quotes hit the papers. If you know Red, you'll know why I'm looking forward to tying and then maybe besting his record.
Yeah, I mean, Red was a tough guy. I mean, he's a great competitive guy, but, he sat down there on that bench and popped those cigars in his mouth about the middle of the fourth quarter and started smoking those stogies before it was illegal to do that. But that was really in-your-face type of activity. And, he was not one of the most well-liked coaches or general managers in this league, although he's been the greatest general manager.
Let's run a triple wave Kobe with the bigs.
Are you a good game coach, you think?
Maybe not as great off the seat of my pants as some other guys are. I think there's some guys that are really good. I can tell you a story about that. Last year in the playoffs against Philadelphia in the first game, they came out with a tactic. They were up court pressing against us, and my longtime assistant Tex Winter said in my ear, "You got to get on your feet and start coaching. You're getting out coached by Larry Brown." And, of course, we lost that game in overtime, and that was the only one we lost. But the one thing I like is the adjustments from game to game. I think that's really where you make your move, and a lot of that's in visualization and in just anticipation.
You've heard this before. Detractors say Phil Jackson is arrogant. Do you think you're arrogant?
I'm shy, but I think that kind of comes off as arrogant, I think, at times, because I never have been an outgoing person that's going to glad hand people or go talk to everybody around the room. So I'm more reserved, and I think that when you do have success, then that reserved nature can be viewed as arrogance, and for that I'm guilty, I suppose. And I've tried to do a better job with that.
Back-to-back titles for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Do you wonder if you could be a good loser? You haven't had to lose very much. Are you a good loser?
I'm not a good loser. I don't think I'm a terrific loser. I don't know too many guys in this business that are. And when people say, why don't you take a team? Have you ever been interested in taking a team? That was a building project. I tell them, well, when you have to go through 50 or 60 losses in a season in a building, when you're winning 20 to 25 games, those losses pile up and they're like weights. And my successor there in Chicago, Tim Floyd, bless his heart, inherited a team without any of its basic character behind it and went through 3 impossible seasons, and you saw what happened. It just ground him up. And he was used to winning in the college scene, so it can eat you up, and you got to watch that in this league.
What if Jerry West said, you know, when you're done winning titles with the Lakers, we can use you in Memphis. Come on down. We're trying to build something here. Would that have appeal?
He actually wrote me a letter and invited me if I ever want to build a championship from scratch or from the beginnings, as he kind of feels about the Memphis team right now, that, you know, take my chances with Memphis. But this is hard work. I've run a really grueling run, and this is tough work getting through the playoffs. And I've had great success at it, and also I can feel its effect in my life.
So what I'm getting from all this is that one way or the other, the Lakers are your last coaching stop.
Yeah, that's it. This is the one, and hopefully we can push it through to its limits.
So Jackson, who turns 57 in September, says he's definitely done coaching by age 60 at the latest. Coming up next, we'll talk with a Lakers fan who's working on Broadway these days. Vanessa Williams joins us live when we come back on Verizon Wireless at the half.
There's a sickness in the world.
Vanessa Williams joining us now live. This to me is an astonishing fact. Until this series came back east,
That's right.
You and your husband, Rick Fox, had not seen each other since early April when the Lakers played the Nets in a regular season game.
April 2nd. I mean, I've been busy on 44th Street, and he's been busy in the playoffs. So it was nice for him to stop by the theater last night and get reacquainted.
A true, well, and I'm sure you did.
Exactly.
A true bi-coastal relationship. You had to be rooting for the Nets because had the Celtics won,
Absolutely.
then it's
Nets
the
all
shuttle.
the way. Exactly. We were very happy. Yeah.
You're a New Yorker,
Yep.
but obviously your sympathies here are with the Lakers. You were at the Tony Awards last Sunday night.
Exactly.
When the Lakers were at Sacramento for one of the great Game 7s in NBA history.
Exactly.
Rick didn't know how you did. You didn't know how he did.
Exactly. Well, I had a portable television in one palm. I had my phone in the other that I was getting the Nets and listening to my category being announced. So it was quite a night.
They went to overtime and won, and Rick had a big game, 13 points and 14 rebounds.
Exactly.
You were nominated for a tremendous performance as the Witch in Into the Woods.
Got a chance to perform. Our show won for Best Revival, so we had a good night.
But Sutton Foster won the Tony in your category for Thoroughly Modern Millie,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So the Fox family was 1 for 2 that Sunday night.
I know, but it was wonderful to be nominated. This is my second time on Broadway, and the chance that I got to work with Sondheim and Lapine was phenomenal. So.
How nerve-wracking is it for you to sit with 2-year-old Sasha and watch these games?
She's having a good time. We're really close, so she can actually point to Daddy and he can wink at her. So, but it's great. I mean, you know, it's great that they're here. I'm glad to have my husband on the East Coast again, and I think it's going to be a great series.
And he caught the show last night
He caught
on
the
Broadway.
show last night, and we caught the fight after that, so it was nice to have some
Big
time
night.
together. Exactly.
Vanessa, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Vanessa Williams, folks. Turning now to NASCAR, Dale Jarrett picked up his first win of the season, passing teammate Ricky Rudd with 6 laps remaining in the Pocono 500. It was Jarrett's 29th career victory. Mark Martin finished second. NBC's coverage of NASCAR resumes July 14th with the Tropicana 400 from Chicago. Up next, we'll send you back courtside, and we'll rejoin Marv Albert, Bill Walton, and Snapper Jones for the second half. The Lakers lead the Nets by 6, and you've been watching Verizon Wireless at the half.
This has been Verizon Wireless at the half. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Can you hear me now? Good.
The Lakers and the Nets headed back onto the court here in New Jersey. Lakers led by as many as 14. The Nets turning it in the second quarter. It's a 52-46 Laker lead as we head to the second half. We'll be back in a moment.
NBA on NBC is brought to you by Miller Lite. Life is best told in a place called Miller Time. By Adidas, Forever Sport. By Capital One, who asks, what's in your wallet? By Marriott, come out and play this summer. Your Marriott awaits. And by NBA Finals 2002. Love it live.
Chris Johnson back inside the Continental Airlines Arena with the second half coming up in just a moment. I talked to Byron Scott a few moments ago, and he thought his team stayed more disciplined and they were more focused on the offensive end, but he says defensively they want to try and close out the perimeter shooters of the Lakers here in the second half. Now, one medical note on Keith Van Horn, who was troubled by a problem with his right arch. He told me that arch it's an old problem. It's really sore. He's less than 70%, but obviously he's still available. Now let's check in with Jim Gray. Jim?
All right, thank you, Lewis. A short and sweet conversation to his team. Phil Jackson told him, don't be stagnant. Run the triangle in the second half. He left him by saying, do the same things, just better, much like Marv says to Bill all the time. Marv?
Jim obviously still punchy after his experience in the ring post-fight last night, talking with Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis. Kobe Bryant coming from behind to reject Jason Kidd. In the first half, the Lakers 19 of 37, 51% shooting. The Nets, who had that rough spell in a drought for a while in the first half, finished at 46%. Here's Kenyon Martin. Martin on the follow. Kenyon Martin continues his outstanding play. Now has 13 points.
How's that for the second pick or number one pick in the draft?
It's about time. What do? You wait until you're down 2-0 before you start doing something? This is where the champions, though, this is where they assert themselves. They nail it down right here to start of the third. Take their hopes, their dreams away.
All right, Bryant. Kobe Bryant. He has 16 points. Lakers up by 6. Marv Albert, Bill Walton, Steve Snapper Jones from Continental Airlines Arena for the New Jersey Nets, their first ever NBA Finals game at home, and a defensive 3-second call. Technical foul will be awarded.
Did you see Shaq guarding Todd McCullough? He was inviting him to shoot. He was standing there basically eating an ice cream cone, saying, bring it this way. I don't care what you do, Todd. And Todd actually played pretty well there in the first half.
No, Jason Kidd hits the technical. He now has 10 points.
Shaq and Kobe in the first. They have great shot distribution. 22 shots between them, excuse me. A lot of points. Assists for Kobe, blocks for Shaq. Those came early.
Kittle's on a quick release. Robert Horry playing with the 3 fouls. Lakers back to the starting lineup. Fox, O'Neal, Horry up front, Fisher, and Bryant in the backcourt. Offensive foul. It's on Bryant, so that's his second.
Kobe went down in the low post, and in trying to keep the defense of Kerry Kittles away, he's going to hold them off a little bit of a hook and hold. What do you say, no foul?
Wait a second. The Lakers are going to have to play through a lot tonight.
Martin going at Horry.
What you'd like to see from New Jersey when they get the ball at the offensive end is a definitive idea about where they want to go, how they want to score. They just can't hope and pray.
Shaq throws back out. Fisher over Kidd. O'Neal. Martin thought he had a potential block timed, did not.
He threw 3 guys out of his way and didn't even commit an offensive foul doing it. Guys just flying around.
Nice backdoor pass, and Van Horn converts.
What vision by Jason Kidd. You see in that play, on that cut, while Van Horn was still up at the free throw line, sore foot and all.
O'Neal, very friendly rim for Shaquille O'Neal, who has 25, and the Lakers lead by 7. In games 1 and 2, the Lakers led by as many as 23. Earlier tonight, they led by 14. Here's McCullough, rejected by O'Neal, kept alive by Fox.
Kerry Kittle's fouls, but I think that they've got to figure out a way to do something about the offensive rebounding of the Lakers. You know, you got 3 guys around Shaq, and he's still able to power it down.
And then he comes right across the lane with his jump hook. The way he keeps both hands on the ball, he uses the ball to push the defender's arms back. Todd McCullough's offensive strategy seriously flawed.
Fox puts the move on Martin, lost his balance. Fox lost it.
Good call.
McCullough is hit. No, a traveling violation.
Todd was working hard on that play, trying to get into the break, and Kidd was waiting for him. And once he got it, he wasn't able to change direction and fortunate to get the call, but that should have been in his favor.
Jason Kidd should have shot that ball. Pump fake to Todd. Derek Fisher was anticipating it the whole way.
Here's Fox putting the move on Van Horn. Bryant for three. Kobe Bryant from downtown. He has 19. The Lakers have opened up a 10-point lead.
The same as Game 7. Our pregame meeting with Kobe. So focused, so sharp, so concentrated. Nothing's getting by this guy tonight.
Here's Kittles. Nice move. You're referring to Game 7 of the series against the Sacramento Kings. Out of bounds, so
Kittles, Van Horn, they have got to become more assertive in the second half in the scoring column. Both of those guys are primary scorers for them, and you can't go 10 or 12 minutes with just a hoop shot.
And O'Neal is fouled. McCullough picking up number 3. Shaq 5 for 7 from the line. He's hit his last 4.
If I'm Phil Jackson, I don't take either Shaq or Kobe out the entire rest of the way. Just keep wearing down New Jersey. Don't give this crowd a chance to get behind its team. Go for the kill right here. The series will be over for Los Angeles.
You know, following that intense, draining series against the Kings where the Lakers faced desperation and elimination, they have found themselves here against the Nets. They're playing with much passion. The role players have elevated their games. Shaq obviously is healthy. He's still bothered by the arthritic toe and other problems, but he's back to the Shaquille O'Neal that we saw a year ago.
He's made the commitment, Mark, to play through that pain. And it's right there, a careless turnover for New Jersey. But with Shaq playing at this level right now, he has inspired the rest of his guys who are so fatigued, who are mentally drained. But the on-court leadership that they're getting from the big man has set the tone, and the Lakers, no one able to keep the pace.
Todd McCullough says his bad. Everybody saw that.
Oh, McCullough called for the foul. A hard hit on Bryant. That's 4 on McCullough.
But McCullough on that last possession was indecisive about where he wanted to go with the ball, and then trying to come back gets a piece of Bryant. So again, starting to lose control of both ends of the floor, and that's the only thing that New Jersey can hope for, is to get control of the game and really crack the confidence of the Lakers. When you look at Kobe, you're looking at a guy that is smiling and saying, you know, you guys don't have a chance.
Kobe Bryant has had a great relationship with New Jersey head coach Byron Scott. It was in his last year with the Lakers when Kobe was just 17 years old, and Scott was very helpful in terms of basketball and also teaching Kobe how to take care of his body. And they have remained close friends.
The relationship between the veteran and the newcomer is so critical in these young stars' development. And Kobe, such a sponge when he first got started, never really got the opportunity to get in the action too much, except when the team was hopelessly behind. But Byron Scott was always there with the very positive words of encouragement.
Told they just changed that last foul from McCullough to Martin. So McCullough has 3. Here is Kenyon Martin. And the foul.
Throw it down, Kenyon. Throw it down one time.
Well, you need a lot more of these before you start celebrating like Kenyon Martin, but that's an aggressive drive as Horry has had a tough time playing in this ball game tonight.
One of the few breakdowns mentally that you'll find from Robert Horry. He should never leave Kenyon Martin. He should never go to help. Shaq is doing all the help because Shaq does not have to guard any of the centers for New Jersey. Not Collins, who's in there playing right now, not Aaron Williams, and not Todd McCullough.
Now back to pressure.
Nets showing some light pressure that helped get them back into it in the second quarter. Lakers up by 8. Kobe Bryant was upset. He wanted the ball from Derek Fisher. Now Fisher from downtown. Yes. So Fisher has picked it up from three-point land after having huge problems earlier in the postseason.
How many guys touch the ball every possession?
And Horn for three. That's his second three of the night.
But for Los Angeles, it swings around the perimeter beautifully, always trying to dump it in. For New Jersey, who's now dropped into a little bit of his own defense here, it's one guy dribbling and then a layoff, and then that guy shoots it.
Horry wide open for three. So Robert Horry from downtown, and the Lakers now lead by 11.
The problem for New Jersey has to be at the point of attack. You've got to stop the ball, and they're just letting the Lakers decide who they want to pass it to, where they want to pass it.
The champions have brought the big hammer in the second half.
Lakers now 7 of 11 from downtown. Martin is stripped by Horry. Looks to lead Fox.
Terrible pass by
saved by Fox, and a foul, loose ball foul on Fisher.
Look at Robert Horry pointing to his forehead, saying, now that was a disgrace. So sorry. That's exactly what he said.
5:48 remaining in the third, and the Lakers lead by 11. Over the last 2 years, the Nets with a number of excellent moves, and as a result, they turned it from 26 victories a year ago to make it to the NBA Finals this season. The biggest move of all, Jason Kidd acquired in the trade for Stephon Marbury, and the man who was able to complete these transactions, the president and general manager of the New Jersey Nets, executive of the year, Rod Thorne. Let's go to Lewis Johnson with Rod.
All right, Marv, thanks a lot. Well, Rod has come down out of Suite 119 to visit with some of the young New Jersey Nets fans here. And Rod, you know, this team was barely on the playoff map years ago, but you came in, you revamped this team, you brought in Byron Scott, and obviously the big trade with Jason Kidd. Talk about the success that you witnessed here for the franchise.
Well, Lewis, we really had a good regular season. I think up until this series, we played very well in the playoffs, and now we're playing a great Laker team, and we're going to have to play a lot better if we want to get back in this series.
I'd imagine that the mind continues to calculate what you might do next. Is it possible to let us in on some of the moves you'd like to see made? Maybe nothing specific, but what helps this team to make a better playoff run, a final run next year?
Well, Lewis, we, as all teams do, we'll sit down at the end of the season and try to ascertain what we need and how we can go about getting it.
You know, the last question, Rod, is as we know that this game is built for the enjoyment of the fans, as we're watching them all do right now, but as a general manager, can you ever take off the general manager's glasses and sit back, relax, and enjoy the game?
Not at all, Lewis. You know, if you're standing still, you're going backwards. That's sort of the credo in the NBA, and, you know, we hope to add to our team and get better.
You know, we think back to the Boston series. You know, everybody thought you guys were out after the Game 3 comeback by them, and here people are saying it may be over. But what do you think this team needs to do to get back in the series? Because it's never over until the clock says 0-0-0, right?
Well, we obviously have to slow Shaq down a little. He's been unbelievable with the way he's played and the way he's made his free throws, and we've got to make shots, Lewis. It's very simple.
Rod, thanks for coming down, and you need a pen because I think you'll need to sign a few autographs here.
Thank you.
Okay, Marv, back over to you.
All right, thanks, Lewis. 28 points now for Shaquille O'Neal. The Nets making the playoffs this season for the first time since back in 97-98, making that remarkable curl. That was last touched by Kidd, so the Lakers maintained possession. Last year they won 26, lost 56. Since 1989, the Nets had been last or next to last 7 times.
And it's sad that the Nets haven't played the kind of ball that we've witnessed from them this year in this finals. Because this is a good basketball team. The Lakers, this is a great basketball team.
Well, in order for us to witness that, they got to play this way. They got to steal the ball. They got to run up and down the floor. So they got to stay energized defensively and then capitalize on their foot speed and quickness.
So the Lakers now lead 71-63, just under 5 remaining in this third quarter. Here's Bryant. Beautiful move. Kobe hits on the runner. He now has 21 points. It's a 10-point Laker lead. And a foul is called on Slava Medvedenko, checked in a moment ago, making contact with Kenyon Martin, 13th foul on the Lakers.
When Kidd has the open court, he makes a lot of good things happen, and everybody keeps moving. Van Horn has had a much better third quarter and has been involved in some serious scoring for the Nets, but they've got to do a good job of stopping the ball, and Kobe Bryant has had an answer every single time.
Maybe Lewis Johnson should have spoken about Van Horn's foot problems before.
Van Horn putting the move on Fox. Oh, Kenyon Martin trying to put it down, but it's offensive interference and grabbing the rim. Take your pick.
Dial a violation, Kenyon Martin. The quick jump hook, outstanding execution there, but with Kenyon Martin hanging on the rim, that is a clear violation. Danny Crawford right on top of it, having a strong game.
Oh, rating the officials now individually.
Well, the rating changes as the play goes.
Bryant thought he was fouled. Here's Van Horn for three. Now will we hear your assessment of Dick Pavetta and Bob Delaney once the game concludes? Is it a new feature of the telecast?
Stay with the game, Marv.
Fox with the step, blocked from behind by Van Horn. The Lakers have 6 on the 24. Richard Jefferson and Lucius Harris, and Lucius without the face mask.
It's gotten real serious now, forcing Phil Jackson to take a timeout to make the necessary adjustments to the unmasked Lucius Harris.
Our thanks to the folks at Goodyear for tonight's overhead shots. So this summer, Goodyear will add a new blimp to the fleet, Spirit of America, currently under construction in Ohio. As we welcome you back to Continental Airlines Arena. And on hand tonight here in New Jersey, Irvin Magic Johnson, Phil and Amy Mickelson for the U.S. Open. The Doctor, one time the franchise for the Nets, Julius Erving. Chris Rock is here. Another Hall of Famer, Bill Russell. Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman. Billy Crystal. The chairman of NBC Sports, Dick Ebersol. NBA Commissioner David Stern discussing Bill's work tonight. And there is the face mask, once worn by Lucius Harris, had the 0 for 9 the other night, 1 for 14 from the field over the first 2 games. We speculated that it might be time for Lucius, who does not need it, to shed the gear. And apparently he'll give it a shot. Here's Jason Kidd running the floor. All right, here is Harris. I don't recognize Lucius Harris without that face mask. And Jason Kidd. So the Lakers now lead 73-65 as we come up on 3 minutes remaining in the third.
If they're going to pressure, they got to go to the ball. Don't let the Lakers walk the thing up the floor, and then they're going to find Shaq, and then the defense is going to react.
O'Neal had it knocked away by Martin. And Dan Crawford looking for help from the outside official, Dick Pavetta, who says last touched by Martin.
New Jersey should do everything possible right now to take advantage of the mismatch of Kenyon Martin over Slava Medvedenko.
9 on his shot clock.
Bryant met by Harris. Shot clock to 5. Kobe. Oh, nice step back move by Kobe Bryant, who nearly landed on the New Jersey bench.
This guy is playing at such a high level. Give him the ball and get out of his way. That shot was near impossible.
Kobe 9 for 13. He now has 23 points. Martin played by Medvedenko. Shot clock to 5. Jefferson. Yes. Won't count, though. It's waved off. There was a foul. Foul committed by Medvedenko.
The weave by New Jersey coming off that high screen there, the bump. That's where the play was called. Dick Pavetta right on top of the call.
Both teams have 4 team fouls. Here's Kidd, draws the foul. That counts and gets What's the call, does Jason Kidd?
Well, the Nets are trying to be more aggressive at the offensive end and coming with that motion and that weave. Jason Kidd just decides he's going to go on his own, and he's thinking foul all the way. You can see him lean and try to adjust. That was your favorite shot.
That's a tough shot. Moving to your right after 6 dribbles and then pulling up.
I didn't say anything about the dribbles. Don't get carried away. I was talking about the bank.
Kidd has 15 points, 5 assists. It's a 7-point Los Angeles lead. O'Neal getting position on Collins. A power move by Shaquille O'Neal. That's 30 for Shaq.
Well, it's 9 and 10 in the quarter for Shaq and Kobe respectively. And every time the Nets make a run, those two guys change it.
Oh, Kidd with the step. Well, he saw Shaq moving in his direction and was able to get it off and get the rim.
And finally, for the first time in the series, both teams playing well at the same time. Who can keep it going?
O'Neal now being surrounded. Shot clock down to 6. Fisher. And he is fouled by Martin, who was looking for a jump ball.
Derek Fisher realized he was up against the shot clock. He just told everybody, get out of the way, I'm coming to the hoop.
But that is what has gotten New Jersey in trouble, not being able to keep that guy under control. Whoever he is at the point of attack with the ball, as Byron Scott is praying, hey, give me a break. I need something tonight. You understand we're down 2-0?
You make your breaks in this life, Steve.
Picked up his third. Derek Fisher, usually a superb free throw shooter, now 1 for 3 at the line. Coming to NBC this summer, Natasha Henstridge stars in the new action drama She Spies, premiering Saturday, July 20th on NBC.
Robert Horry's been sitting for a long time. Phil Jackson now comes with Devin George.
George played 11 minutes in the first half and did some good stuff defensively. Martin off the recovery, goes at Shaq. We discussed earlier the strategy on the part of the Nets has been to go at Shaquille O'Neal, something we did not see over the first 2 games. Although Shaq is not picking up fouls, he has only 1, and that was early on. It's a 6-point lead for the Lakers as we approach 1 minute left in the third. Here's Fisher. Perhaps too much one-on-one from Derek Fisher.
One-on-one has to come from Kobe and Shaq.
The Lakers pay. The Nets are within 4. They're on their feet at Continental Airlines Arena, and the Nets will get it back. 3-second violation of the Lakers.
Shaquille O'Neal sprouting roots. Phil Jackson, the smile. Right now, the Lakers have to be very concerned about the surge here. The crowd is in it. The Nets are playing good ball.
Now, the Nets are still playing catch-up.
The Nets are within 2.
Throw it down, RJ. Throw it down.
O'Neal double teamed. Shot clock down to 7. George off the fake. 10 seconds left in the third. And the Nets look to set up. Martin. The game is tied at 78. Bryant fires. Off the front rim. The Nets conclude the third quarter with 8 unanswered points. They head for the fourth tied at 78.
Well, I guess the Nets took your advice, Bill, and started to make their own breaks, but they were aggressive in attacking the basket. Jason Kidd led them in the quarter, but that was an early offensive play. Whenever they have come quickly, good things have happened for them. And look at where all the shots are coming from.
Everything to the hoop as RJ high above the crowd, throwing it down. We indeed have a game.
And we'll be back after these words from your local station.
Same type of energy. Okay, the same type of energy. Make sure we continue to communicate on the defensive end and rebound the ball, and let's keep this pace up. Okay, let's go.
Yes, energy, the key word from Nets head coach Byron Scott. That's something the Nets lacked the first 2 games of this series. The Nets ending the third quarter with 8 unanswered points. They've hit their last 7 shots. Lakers and Nets tied it at 78 as this fourth quarter is about to get underway.
And the bulletin is they're shooting the ball better than the Lakers. 53% for the New Jersey Nets. They have finally gotten out of the frigid freezer.
The Lakers led 70-61 with 5.5 to go in the third. They took Robert Horry out, and things have fallen apart. Horry has been reinserted to establish order.
Here's Kidd providing a 2-point lead. So the Nets have now hit their last 8 shots. The last time the Nets led was back in the first quarter. They're up 14-13. Bryant, offensive foul on Kobe Bryant. So that is his third personal.
And this scene that we're witnessing right now is what the Nets loyalists have lived for all those years. Lucius Harris standing in, taking the charge there, and the emotion right now in this arena just spectacular.
Kidd bothered by Bryant. Here's Kidd. Yes! What a very steady, solid game for Jason Kidd, who has not forced the issue, but he has taken over. It's a 12-0 run for New Jersey, and they're up by 4. A minute gone by in the fourth. Bad pass as Shaq was triple teamed. Here's Kidd with the lead for Jefferson. The Nets up by 6. Assist number 7 for Jason Kidd. Bryant is fouled by Williams.
And finally, the crowd can exhale, but it's been led by Jason Kidd. Remember Mike Bibby and his ability to shoot over Shaq. Kidd playing under control today, teardrop, jump shots, everything happening in this stretch to make it happen for the fans who have been on their feet since the break.
This is net basketball. This is what we thought we were going to get for the entire series.
Well, that stops the 14-0 run. The Nets have hit their last 10 shots. The Nets, until tonight, have not been allowed to get into what has been a very successful offense, the motion offense, and they have not been able to run until this evening.
You have to have great point guard play if you're going to be successful against Los Angeles. Mike Bibby proved that in the Sacramento series. Jason Kidd tonight, for the first time, is playing his game.
But that's also energized their defense, too.
Here's Harris. That's up by 4. A minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Kidd looking to help out on O'Neal. Open shot for sure. Whoa. Nice fake by Kidd. Here's Williams. Yes. The Nets 86. The Lakers 80. The Nets trying to get back into this series, down 2 games to nothing. Kobe Bryant with 28.
New Jersey's playing a different defense. Right now it's zone. They're packing it in. They got a guy sitting in front of Shaq. The post entry pass is not there. Kobe Bryant carrying the Laker offense by himself.
Yeah, but they got to keep it going at this end of the floor. They got to keep scoring the ball because we know the Lakers will wake up.
Martin with a nice move on Horry. It counts. And the foul. Robert Horry with his 5th
fake, and he got Horry coming to him, went up, and now a chance for a three-point play.
Byron Scott doing everything he can to get that roll, but we have seen signs of life from Kenyon Martin tonight.
Well, 22 points from Martin. The Nets have hit 12 of the last 13 shots. At one stretch, they hit 10 in a row. They lead by 6.
Say it again for Bill. 22 points.
Where is Shaq? Time to get him going.
Get over to help. Which opens up the perimeter. Shaw. O'Neal. And a foul. If it's Williams, it's number 5. And the crowd wanted the foul on O'Neal. It is called on Aaron Williams.
He's going to cave Aaron Williams in. You see Aaron Williams is doing everything he can to hold him out, and with one hand, get out of the way.
And Shaq is 8 of 11 at the line.
The man is standing there with position and just thrown out of the way. I don't understand how the man doing the throwing goes to the free throw line. How long does Phil Jackson stay with Brian Shaw, who has thrown up a couple of real clunkers? Got Derek Fisher playing well.
Are you calling for Derek Fisher or Lindsey Hunter now?
It's time for the starters for LA. No time to mess around. You give a team hope and confidence. You give them game 3 like this. It's a series.
Steve Bill goes for the quick hook. Man. Nice play. Williams lost it, but he was hit on a reach-in. Devin George tried to knock it away and is called for the foul. 8:48 remaining in the fourth. The Nets 88, the Lakers 83.
NBA on NBC is brought to you by Jeep Grand Cherokee with legendary off-road capability. By Bud Light, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light. By Mr. Deeds, starring Adam Sandler, in theaters everywhere June 28th. And by Discover Card. It pays to discover.
The argument for Jason Kidd for all of the fans here in New Jersey for being the most valuable player on display here in the second half. A terrific offensive second half for him, but that has not been the story of New Jersey's surge to the league. It has been the passing of Jason Kidd, and through his eyes, you're going to see what he sees. People moving without the basketball, the results are easy scoring opportunities, and when you're moving, Kidd will find you.
When you're playing with someone like Jason Kidd, just never stop. You'll have so many throwdown opportunities. As Richard Jefferson discovers, just the rookie, comes in, plays with Jason Kidd and says, yeah, if I keep running, keep my eyes up, and always think along the lines that Jason Kidd's trying to make me the star, great things are going to happen for our team.
The guy at the free throw line, Aaron Williams, had a couple of great playoff series. That last jumper may have got him going because he was nowhere in the building in Los Angeles.
Aaron Williams, 70% free throw shooter. On the subject of shooting, the Nets 19 for 27, 70% from the field in the second half. At one stretch, they hit 12 of 13. They hit 10 in a row. They now lead by 7 after trailing by as many as 14, trying to get back into the series. A good ball movement by the Lakers, but not able to find a shot. George forcing and hits a rainbow. Devin George with the shot clock running down.
And they did everything right. Kobe was running to the ball to bail him out, and George said, forget it.
Said all year long the way to beat the Lakers is on offense, and right now New Jersey's playing some offense. As Kenyon Martin showing why at one point he was the #1 pick in this entire league.
24 for Martin, and the Nets lead by 7. 4 minutes gone by, and the fourth. There's Bryant. Beautiful move by Bryant, whipping by Kidd.
But to see the domination on that last graphic of New Jersey killing the Lakers points in the paint. That is a remarkable turnaround. The home cooking very favorable for New Jersey.
So Kobe now has 30 and O'Neal has 31. Remember, we were talking with Brian Scott before the start of the series. Say Byron Scott before the start of the series. He said we have to hold these guys to a total of 55 points, and then we have an excellent opportunity to win. Well, we have almost 7 minutes remaining already. They have 61. And a foul on Williams, so that is number 6.
And that's a big loss because he's found his game here in the closing moments of Game 3. They come in with Jason Collins. Todd McCullough will not get a look here if Byron Scott can have his way.
An aggressive Shaq, and you see him lead with that off arm as both hands are on the ball, so it makes it look like when he deals out that little port shot that he is being hit.
And Aaron Williams now in the NBA record book for something he would prefer not being in the record book for. He played 7 minutes, committed the 6 fouls. That is the fewest minutes played to pick up 6 fouls. The previous record, Bob Harrison of the old Minneapolis Lakers against the Knicks in '52, played 9 minutes and was disqualified with 6 fouls. Shaq misses on both. So the Nets with a 92-87 lead. 5 minutes gone by in this 4th quarter.
That ball has to keep moving, and they have to keep scoring. The Lakers are a team that can play from the rear.
Nice play by Fox to break it up. And Lucius Harris comes up with a steal. Kidd somehow getting it to Harris, and a foul is called. For the Lakers, their 3rd team foul. Fox picks it up.
The Lakers, who had good control of the Nets defense at the the Nets offense at the defensive end have been not been able to control the point of attack here in the second half.
Kenyon Martin was able to beat Rick Fox. What a beautiful pass. The Nets lead by 7.
The fans chanting in unison, throw it down, and Kmart has indeed emerged from Chapter 11.
O'Neal is fouled by Collins. The rookie from Stanford, Jason Collins, has come on after Aaron Williams fouled out.
You see that they're not controlling Jason Kidd, and the results are Kenyon Martin, Jefferson above the rim. Their athletic ability on display as they're in full flight. And Bill, you're sensing a little bit of a shift toward Kenyon now.
Dangerous times here for Los Angeles. New Jersey, they've found their game. Their crowd is right there. The center comparison. Not bad numbers. Those are Dikembe Mutombo numbers from last year.
You got to keep the Lakers out on the perimeter, and Kobe and Shaq are probably going to carry the offensive load the rest of the way.
Shot clock down to 2. George called. No, they called it the other way. It's a blocking foul on Kidd. Byron Scott looking for a charge.
Phil Jackson yelling at the bench. And he comes with Samaki Walker. What has Derek Fisher done wrong?
Nets are now in the penalty. Devin George at the line.
Shaq getting a breather here.
So O'Neal sits down with 31 points, 10 rebounds, 3 block shots. George only a 67% foul shooter during the regular season. Nets 94, Lakers 89 as we come up on 6 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Jefferson.
Fans expecting the Nets to score every time, but they got about 2 minutes to bust this game open while Shaq is on the bench.
Phil Jackson taking a huge gamble.
Bryant. Rare miss for Kobe in the second half. Beautiful pass from Kidd. Harris thought he was fouled. is down to 3.
Kobe Bryant has just taken this game over by himself, forcing Byron Scott to take a timeout. Phil Jackson's gamble pays off as Kobe Bryant just comes right in, the little elbow to the face of Jason Kidd, gives himself the opportunity. The Lakers cut it to 3. Are the Nets going to be able to respond?
See, it's cool. Come on, let's go.
With its patented four-wheel drive system, Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo is extremely capable.
Thanks.
But still as well-mannered as ever.
What a gentleman.
Now get our 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge on the most award-winning brand of 4x4s. Jeep, there's only one.
I'm looking at your portfolio right now. You gotta buy.
Yes, time for picking, time for buying.
Do a super strong buy. I think you should buy.
I think you should buy it.
It's a buy.
Buy it.
Just buy.
It's a no-brainer. I'd sell. Did I say sell? No, I meant buy, yes!
There's never been a better time for Schwab Equity Ratings, a way to help you decide what to sell as well as buy. A through F ratings on 3,000 stocks, not influenced by investment banking. To learn more, call 1-800-9-SCHWAB.
What about all the good loving you was getting up in here?
I packed it.
When things got ugly,
Jamal, you're out.
For the league's top star,
Jamal is suspended.
He discovered basketball
I'm here!
can be a beautiful thing.
No one's gonna believe you're a woman.
He really likes you, girl.
Country got you crazy. 4, 10, 3, 5, 7.
Joanna Matt.
How about a little kiss? I ain't giving you no little guy.
Rated PG-13. Starts June 21st.
Wow. That is so cool. Can he do it again?
Sure. You'll get one, boy.
Okay, so where does he get him? Yeah.
I don't know.
Get down!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Ooh, that's a first.
Make it a Bud Light.
Thursday at 3 Eastern, the first round of the U.S. Open live with Tiger Woods, Greg Norman, Latif Goosen, John Daly, and more. Friday at 3, round 2 live with Phil Mickelson, Sergio Garcia, Davis Love, Ernie Els, Colin Montgomery, and others. Golf's greatest championship, the U.S. Open, starting Thursday on NBC.
Well, Shaquille O'Neal checking back in for the Lakers. In game minutes, he sat out 57 seconds. Actual minutes, 3:20. And the Lakers with 2 points. Nets did not score. And right now, it's a 94-91 New Jersey lead. The Lakers going into tonight have won 6 straight finals games dating back to last year. Remember, they lost the opener at home to Philadelphia, then won 4 in a row. And for the first time this series, they are being challenged.
Kittles and Van Horn back out on the floor to finish.
Martin with a nice move on Horry. Good play by George to knock it aside.
Phil Jackson still staying with Brian Shaw and Devin George. Starters Fox and Fisher not getting the call in the last 5 minutes here. Critical.
And Robert Horry playing with 5 fouls. Bryant for 3. George is right there. He has been outstanding at both ends of the floor. Devin George on loose balls. He has 6 rebounds, 6 points. He bailed out the Lakers with a rainbow shot from the corner with the 24-second clock running down just moments ago. The net lead is down to 1 with 4:20 left in the fourth. Here's Kidd, yes. And the Nets lead by 3.
The Nets have their offense going. That's clicking, but who can get a defensive rebound? They just need one big guy to go up and say, this board is mine.
Now, there's a lot of time to play. They've got to make several stops here, and they've got to do it without O'Neal getting the ball deep. They get a foul down low.
Collins picks up his 4th. The Nets in the penalty. So Shaquille O'Neal back to the line. He's 9 of 15 at the line.
When he's moving across the lane, there's not a lot that Jason Collins can do, and he's trying to hold him and not able to.
That's an offensive foul. That's an offensive foul. Jason Collins is standing right there. Shaq comes, throws his arm underneath him, pulls him in, and then walks him off the court and they say that's Jason Collins' foul?
You have to be able to run. Oh, those things are no good. Those are your glasses.
Shaq. It's both to bring the Lakers within one. Jason Kidd has been the spark in the second half for the Nets. He's hit 7 of 8 from the field. He has 9 assists in all. Here's Kenyon Martin working on Robert Horry. Rebounded by Shaquille O'Neal. Out of 3:40 to go in the fourth. And the Nets looking to hold on to this 1-point lead.
You know, the Lakers have been in a lot of these games. They know how to close out opponents. They know how to break their hearts.
Bryant to the fadeaway. Kittle's able to handle that rebound, and Kidd wants to run the floor. He pulls it up for 3. Rebounded by George.
I don't think you can home run the Lakers. You got to grind them out now. You got the lead. Keep moving, keep cutting, and try to get to the high percentage shot and the free throw line.
From downtown. How many times have we seen Robert Horry come up with a clutch shot from beyond that 3-point line? The Lakers now lead 98-96.
And that's only his second basket of the game. He's got 6 points here, all of them on 3-pointers.
Kidd met by O'Neal, and Horn had the shot deflected. Coming up on 2.5 remaining in the fourth quarter.
This is a big stop for the Nets right here. They got to make the Lakers miss and control the board.
Lakers in the midst of an 11-2 run. Bryant played on a switch by Martin. Shot clock down to 1. Bryant, yes! Kobe Bryant with the shot clock at 1 is able to drill it. And the Lakers showing poise and confidence have taken a 100-96 lead.
And against the Lakers, who play so well from behind, you have to continue to keep offensive pressure on them. Watch the defense of Kenyon Martin. Watch where his hand goes as Kobe lets this go. Right in his face. Watch that hand.
I have something to tell you.
You first.
No, you go.
I'm not ready to get married.
Okay.
So, what was your news?
I won the lottery.
$63 million.
Think about it this way, man. After taxes, that's only like $28-30 million.
That's it.
Yeah.
Life is best told over a great tasting Miller Lite at a place called Miller Time.
Shannon? Hey, it's Steve. What's going on?
When it comes to the things I love, my favorites come in black.
In black.
Styled and driven in black. Engineered to thrive in black.
In black.
Powered to immerse all that share my admiration for those things I love.
I love them.
In black. Chrysler 300M. Drive equals love. In black. Exclusively from Chrysler. Our 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge. Because love is a commitment.
Oh, credit card bill. Those interest rates.
Just get a Capital One no-hassle card. Lowest fixed rates you can get.
So who's getting rich off my credit card?
Someone living large off your interest payments? Get a Capital One no-hassle card. It's got the nation's lowest long-term fixed rates, no balance transfer fees, and no telemarketing.
What's in your wallet?
Sundays, Crime and Punishment, a real-life Law and Order.
There's no such thing as a perfect crime.
Real cops, real lawyers.
I hope you're angry. I hope you're outraged.
Everything is real. even him. Crime and Punishment, a real-life Law and Order. NBC next Sunday.
All right, now, get some stops. They're running the sucker right down your throat. Stop right here.
The timeout taken by the Lakers several minutes ago. Then the Lakers went on a 13-2 run. This one of the key shots, a three-pointer by Horry, as the Lakers were able to come from behind. And then just a moment ago, during the timeout, we'll listen in on Kobe Bryant and his teammates. The big shot here by Kobe with 1 on the shot clock.
Hey, fellas, we're battle tested. We battle tested, baby. We know what we got to do.
Kobe Bryant delivering. Don't discount the contributions of Devin George, who's just been outstanding. His throwdown dunk was a big lift when it looks like the Lakers were on the brink.
The Nets led 94-87 with 6:40 remaining. In this fourth quarter, a 13-2 run by the Lakers has provided a 4-point lead. Here's Kidd. Yes, Jason Kidd continues to sparkle. 27 points along with 9 assists. The Nets down by 2 with 1:45 remaining in the fourth. The Nets trying to get back into this series. Down 2-0. Lakers trying to make it 3-0. Bryant. 3 Lakers back. Kidd picked up by Shaw. Kidd. And Horry able to field it.
The problem is when he does that, nobody else knows his shot's coming up, so they don't get a chance to get a second opportunity. And against the Lakers, you got to be true to the mark.
Come to Shaq right now, quickly.
Horry trying to get it to Shaq. 5 on the shot clock. Out of 3. O'Neal going glass with 1 on the 24. 102-98. Just under 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Kidd with the step. Kidd rejected by O'Neal. And the save by George. Shaquille O'Neal with his 4th block shot. And a foul on Van Horn with 42 seconds to go. Shaquille O'Neal still on the floor, indicating that he's all right.
Trying to find out if that hand is in one piece.
Phil Jackson was up off the bench. He realized that that defensive stop was the difference between an easy championship and one that's going to be a lot harder. But this block and Shaq keeping it inbounds. Devin George once again feeding off the brilliant play of Shaq, keeping this ball inbound, and Shaq's very tough landing. Basketball world can only hope that he's all right.
Shaq telling the bench that he is okay and that he wanted to stay on the floor. Kobe is now 6 of 8 from the line.
That is an incredible block. Shades of Bill Russell, who is here in attendance tonight, keeping it in bounds.
If there's a miss, the Nets got to have this one.
Well, Kobe Bryant misses on both. And the Nets take a timeout with 41.6 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Lakers 102, the Nets 98. We'll be back at Continental Airlines Arena in a moment.
Dave Logan is single. He goes on many dates.
What is it that you do?
I'm a lawyer.
I hate lawyers.
And he uses his Discover card.
Check, please.
So far, he's built up a cashback bonus award of over $160.
You're kind of boring.
Check, please.
Where do you think this thing's going between us? Because you know my clock's kind of ticking.
Check, please.
It's money he'll use for an engagement ring someday.
So, what do you do for a living?
Maybe someday soon.
I'm a lawyer.
Discover Card's new cashback bonus program.
Really?
Where you get paid for the things you buy anyway.
You cannot do it by yourself. You need to tap into the power of the club.
The new Chrysler Town & Country Touring Edition comes equipped with a rear seat DVD player and built-in cooler console. So now, going out isn't nearly as exciting as staying in.
What are you doing? Nothing.
Chrysler Town & Country, the ultimate minivan.
You need the power of the club.
Exclusively from Chrysler, our 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge, because love is a commitment. Okay, kids, here's today's Magic stock. We've got big incentives on this one, so get on the phones. We got a lot of stock to move. Tell your customers it's red hot. This one is en fuego. Just don't mention the fundamentals. They stink. There are a couple of courtside playoff tickets for today's winner. Well, let's put some lipstick on this pig. Get to work, people.
There's never been a better time for Charles Schwab. We're different. We don't pay our investment consultants commissions or give them incentives to push stocks. So the advice you get is in your best interest. To learn more, call 1-800-7-SCHWAB.
Playing with a championship heart, two dominating forces continue to guide them.
Right now, there are few flaws to find with this team.
Now, the Los Angeles Lakers are playing on the NBA's ultimate stage in search of a third straight title and a new dynasty. The Lakers versus the Nets, Wednesday on NBC.
NBC Mondays. Strength, intelligence, strategy. 3 games in 1. A new show that combines brains, brawn, and backstabbing.
It's time to choose the loser.
From the producers of Fear Factor, the next generation in reality TV. Dog Eat Dog. NBC 1 week from Monday.
Jim Gray back in New Jersey as Jason Kidd drove the lane. Shaquille O'Neal went up. He got tangled up, went down hard. According to Gary Vitti, the Laker trainer, he has injured his right pinky, and his right hand has gone a little bit numb. Now, of course, you're going to remember he injured his index finger a couple of weeks ago in the playoffs. There you see him put it in his mouth, maybe trying to kiss it to make it feel better. He also hurt his right wrist earlier in the season. He's going to continue in the game, and they'll look at it afterwards. Marv?
All right, thanks, Jim. Lakers still have a foul to give. They have 2 full timeouts and a 20. The Nets have 1 timeout left. The Nets are able to advance the ball after that timeout a moment ago.
The Nets have found their offense. They're shooting 53% on the night, but they forgot to rebound the ball. They've been pounded. -15, the Nets down to the Lakers, and they're not getting anything done on the offensive glass. Only 3 offensive rebounds for New Jersey. A strong point, if there was one for them in the games in Los Angeles.
Well, none of that matters. Right now, they got to be decisive and clear-cut in the play that they want to run and how they want to run it. And they got Kenyon Martin, who's had great success against Robert Horry.
Out of 36 seconds. And Horn, yes! It's a 2-pointer. The scoreboard flashing. That is a 3, but they'll have to make the correction. Timeout called by the Lakers. 34.1 remaining in this 4th quarter.
Well, Keith Van Horn answered the bell. He wanted to play in the 4th, and he's here tonight. Drops in a big shot. He thought it was free. Everybody in the building did, but you can see his feet are clearly on the line.
How'd you find this place? Yahoo? Wait. What? How did you learn how to talk? Yahoo.
Can't resist playing around with stuff? Well, at Best Buy, you can play around with anything you want. Actually, we encourage it. Best Buy. Go ahead, turn on the fun.
During this timeout, Byron Scott and his staff discussing, I would think, whether they should foul Shaquille O'Neal. It's a 2-point game. Shaq 11 of 17 from the line, but only 3 of his last 7.
You know, and he has the bad right hand. The pinky is a little numb. But I think the guy that you ought to consider fouling If he's still out there, Devin George, but I think he's down.
Or do you play it out? 34 seconds remaining, 8-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
I think you play it out on defense. 10 seconds is plenty of time. Devin George has been taken out. Derek Fisher is now in the ballgame.
They are playing it out. O'Neal, guarded by Collins. Bryant double team. Kittle's trying to steal. Bryant, yes! Kobe Bryant extends to a 104-100 lead. So Kobe has 36, continuing his sensational play.
He has played so much better on the road in the playoffs this year. He lost his ball seat maybe 5 times before he finally made an unbelievable shot.
But that's why you don't play it out, because he is so big in these situations. Look at the nets are all over the ball, and yet once he gets it, he's under control, and that's money.
The Nets using their final timeout. We'll be back after these messages and a word from your local station.
Now a Hidden Hills moment, enhancing your love life.
Something I saw on Dateline. Hormones. You know, it's supposed to make a woman more aroused. Sounds good. What's the problem?
Hi, honey. Let's go upstairs. I'm feeling tingly.
Apparently there's a drawback or two.
Hidden Hills, Tuesdays this fall on NBC.
Mwah.
Heaven. No, I don't think so, kid. Wait, I wasn't bad. Bad wasn't the problem. You were boring, taking up space. You should have gotten the new Hyundai Tiburon. Nice, huh? It's got 6-speed transmission, V6 power, and the Freedom of America's Best warranty plan. Can I drive? This is hell, kid. You get the minivan.
Imagine how it feels to need help and be ignored. That's what it's like to be addicted. Drug addiction is everybody's problem. We can't afford to look the other way. A message from Project Lift and the United Way of Central Maryland.
We come from all over the world because we have doubts, fears. There are times when we need to confront them. And then there are times when we realize
One more.
we've got better things to do.
Well, Kobe Bryant saying, I'm not going to let them take that from me. It's game time. He thought he was fouled on this. 12 of his 36 coming in the fourth quarter. What a move by Kobe Bryant against Jason Kidd.
He's just too good, Marv, but with Kerry Kittles appeared to have a chance on that ball, and when he was standing outside and reaching, that allowed Kobe, who was not going to give up on that play no matter what, or give it to anybody else, to successfully complete it.
4-point Laker lead. Collins takes the shot. Kidd with the back tap. Van Horn falling away. Kept alive with 7 seconds remaining. Here's Kidd for 3. Yes! Nets do not have any timeouts remaining. Final seconds. They must foul. Van Horn grabbing Fox with 3.5 to go.
Surprise Fox held on to that ball. The Lakers were in motion and guys were flying up court. You just keep the ball moving and they can't catch you to foul.
One more pass and Jason Kidd, a big item here in the second half, gives them one more chance to maybe pull it out. They need a miracle right now. No free throws for the Lakers.
Rick Fox at 82% free throw
they're
shooter.
going to shoot them now. Yeah.
On the line for the first time, the Lakers do have a foul to give. Just 3.5 remaining. Nets do not have any timeouts. A 1-point Laker lead. So the Lakers now lead 105-103.
Kobe Kobe Bryant putting all of the Lakers in the right spots and saying, guys, we make it, we win it, we're in total control.
Fox hits on both. 3-point lead. Kidd, they didn't realize they had the foul again. Kidd gets it off. And the Lakers have defeated the Nets. 106-103. A heartbreaking loss for the Nets, for the Lakers. Another illustration of how well they face the pressure, in particular on the road in the postseason.
They had their moments. They really had their moments. Jason Kidd is disappointed, but you have to be able to put the Lakers away when you're on a run and a surge, and the last play indicates that the Lakers don't want to foul, and they're going to make Jason Kidd come up with the miracle.
I definitely would have fouled there. This is too good of a look to go to overtime. You have a foul to give. You take a foul anyway. They can only get 2 points on free throws. That's a real lucky break for Los Angeles.
Jason Kidd leads the way for the Nets, 30 points, 10 assists. 36 points for Kobe Bryant, 35 for Shaquille O'Neal. Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, I have both of them with me here, Marv. Kobe, you said, I'm not going to let him take it from me. It's game time. How did you manage to keep the ball in your possession and then make the one-handed shot?
I wanted it. I wanted it. You know, it's game time. They get it still down there, you know, going tie the game. You know, I wasn't going to let them take it from me.
How is it that you managed to catch fire here tonight? First couple of games, you guys were dependent totally on Shaq, and then tonight you came alive.
Well, because they were playing us straight up in L.A., and we were able to just pound the ball into Shaquille. Tonight, they came out, tried to crowd him, take it away from him, and, you know, that's when I go to work.
What's it like for you guys to have been challenged now for the first time in this series?
You know, it feels good. We were battle-tested. You know, that's what I kept telling the fellas in timeout, that we had a tough road to get here playing against Sacramento, so we're battle-tested, and we're ready for this.
You said before the game that you didn't feel there was any doubt in this series, or for that matter, any other series. The confidence level that you guys have gained has gone incrementally up as the playoffs have gone on. How much did the Kings' victories, particularly Robert Horry's shot, propel this?
Oh, it helped a lot. You know, Robert, his game-winning shot, that was a big momentum booster for us. But we're a confident team. We're a confident bunch. We've been there before 2 years, and hopefully we're going on the third one.
All right, Kobe, congratulations to you. Let's bring in your teammate, Shaquille O'Neal, smacking you around like Lennox Lewis smacked Mike last night.
It was a great fight. Mike did an excellent job of just fighting. And Lennox is a great fighter. And, you know, he deserved to fight. You know, hopefully Mike can come back for Lewis Tyson too. But it was a great fight. It was a class event.
How important is it for you to win? You had 62 people here tonight. You requested those tickets from the Nets and the Lakers. How important to win in front of your father, your grandfather, and all of your people?
I'm at home, so I feel comfortable playing. Bill Russell was in the stand, so I just had to let him know that there's one true, real center left.
How is your hand? You fell down off to the block shot on your right pinky. You've had a problem with your right hand earlier in the season. How is it, and will it affect you for Game 4 on Wednesday?
I've been playing through pain all year. Nobody can do what I do. A lot of guys on other teams twist their ankle and they're out 10 games, 2 weeks, but I just keep on fighting because I'm from the Brick City. That's how we do it.
Jack, congratulations. Enjoy a few days off here at home.
Thank you. Mike should have knocked you out last night.
He might have been the only one. Let's Marv.
All right, thanks, Jim. And the entire staff concurring with that statement. An NBA record 7 straight wins in the NBA Finals for the Lakers as they take a 3-0 lead. They led by as many as 14. The Nets came back with a good run, and the Lakers recaptured it in the fourth quarter to win 106-103. Game number 4, right here on NBC, Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, from the Meadowlands. Coming up, your late local news, and for those of you who would like to continue with coverage from the finals, a post-game special on CNBC will immediately follow this telecast. So for Bill Walton, Steve Snapper Jones, Jim Gray, and Lewis Johnson, I'm Marv Albert. A night that saw Kobe Bryant score 36, 12 coming in the fourth. Shaquille O'Neal with 35. Jason Kidd, 30 points, 10 assists. And Kenyon Martin with 26 points. But the Lakers defeat the Nets, and they're up 3-0. That'll do it. You've been watching the NBA Finals on NBC.